Once you click it, you need to enter the credential details and you log into the OSTAF application. And you can have and you can see the view of the home page of the OSTAF application, where you can see how the dashboard. On the dashboard, you can have the data of the departments and employee attendance, and you want to have the attendance details for a particular range. You can have a selection process to select the range of the data and get the available data. On your right hand side, you can see a panel where you can have the details like what are the events that you have. For example, there's an employee having a birthday, you can have the as a reminder, you can see birthday details coming across, or any occasions are there, or the list, holiday list that is having across of the particular month. And on the left hand side, you have all the features of the products that has been listed. Yeah, once logged we will go navigate through the process of admin, where you need to do a couple of settings as an organizations. So during our registration process, we have captured the company details, and those details are populated here. And you want to edit those details, you have a provision to edit those details like your address. You can add some descriptions for it. Yeah, and then you have a provision to create your branches. For example, ONPASSIVE has got a branch at Hyderabad, Boston, Singapore, so you can add the locations here.
One more.
Yeah, and then for each of the locations, you can create a departments like the HR, finance, IT. So these are the masters that is mandatory, and that is only available to see or do these actions at the admin login only. Then you have the designations. So every organization or a business has got their various designations. So you can define your designations here. For our demo purpose, for ONPASSIVE, we have a CEO as one of the designations. So we can keep on adding the new designations. And for any, I have also enabled the bands. For examples, there are various bands organizations will have it across. So the band can be defined, and you can define those bands, which band the CEO is coming across. You have the skills required. For example, you have an employee from an IT who working as software engineers. You need to define which skills is specialized, like using the front end, back end, like Java, .NET, and all. Okay, and you have the during a separation process, you need to have some questionnaires. So you have a provision to define the questionnaires like subject questions, which we can mandatory questions by default questions, what called mandatory, and you can add the questions which you want to ask or check in and have those questions coming across. And this is at a separation process, we can see it. So I will hand it over to my colleague Krishna Chaitanya for the next feature.
Thank you so much, Venkatesh. Myself, Krishna Chaitanya, I'd like to discuss about the key aspect of day-to-day business, the major activity which every organization faces. There is a bigger challenge in terms of HR operations. So how do we handle it? Well, there is one solution. So we will go through this one. So in terms of the employees, if say example, I have 5,000 employees. So in that, how do you manage the shift? It is very tough, right? So for that, we can create a shift. We can allocate who is working in particular shift. We can select the days. We can also select the name of the person, and also provide the number of hours and also the timings, whether it is general shift or it is night shift. We can save it. When it comes to time schedule, which particular time that particular individual is going to log in and perform his daily activities. We can create, provide necessary details, which particular branch the particular individual works in, provide the general details and the shift details, and save the information. By this, the concerned manager has clear information about who is working on which particular shift. With regards to the assets, there is one particular feature where the employee has the keyboard or the laptop or the necessary accessories which the organization provides, which can be captured over here and can be saved. When it comes to the holiday list, we have necessary information on which particular area or the region the concerned person is operating from, and they have the necessary information about the holidays, which we can save it. And the other one is most important point with regards to the policies. Every organization has to go through a certain set of HR policies. When it comes to leave management, we have leave policy. When it comes to exit, we have exit policies. And with regards to legal, we have legal policies. We can frame our own policies, we can save them and more. And the notification part, when it comes to the notifications, we can send out a notification to a particular department or to a particular person by selecting the emails. And there is another feature which is leave plan, whether the type of leave, it is casual leave or a sick leave, the concerned person can select. And we also can select the branch where every information is available. That's more about the particular leave plan. Employee team, where you can select a group of individuals. By clicking on the create button, you can create a group and the department name, and you can specify the team name. Select the employee, and you can save. So a trigger goes to that particular individual and the concerned team. That's more about the HR policies. I'm handing over to Nagapraveen. Thank you.
Hi all. Thank you, Krishna, for giving this opportunity. So I would like to explain the employee onboarding. So what is employee onboarding here? So post-staff employee onboarding is a process which permits me to design our registration steps to ensure our essential tasks are finished. For example, some data should be collected for an incredible candidate experience is facilitated. So each and every employee register is where you store all important information about your employees, and such as name, address, and his experiences and his documents. Everything I can share here. So we can also register information about employees' qualification, skills, and activities. And in the same way, his documents are required as well as project and notes. And I can insert a profile picture as well. So let me show you a screen where I can create a particular employee. So this is the basic example. So I need to provide his entire information. For example, when he's going to join and his details and his personal details and his passport details. And one more thing is very example, like see how he is joining into the organization. I can take him into a freelancer. So for which period to period he would like to work as a freelancer, that I can capture, and his address details, education details, and his role pertain to the particular company. Everything we can register. So let me show you. For example, as Katie was registered as an admin, so I would like to edit her profile. And I can edit her information where and where the necessary changes can be done. This is the one best option. And in the same way, as an employee, he would like to provide his particular policy details, that whether he is going to accept or not, or else what and all the inventories the company is providing to him, and the particular employee is working in which project, pertain to one or multiple projects. And as an employee is joining into a particular organization, he is supposed to provide particular documents based on organization and based on country standards. Those things also we are capturing, and it can be captured as well as the company demands. And we have the best option, like whereas I can select what and all the columns I would like to see. For example, what is the designation? So I can dynamically check out multiple designation reports and everything I can choose here. pertain to employee type. For example, I'm having different roles of employers. For example, permanent and temporary, and I can take few employees to trainees. So trainee employees also I can register here. I can check them, and the list can be loaded here. For example, if I'm having an employee's data more than 10,000 or 20,000 or 13,000, so I cannot add each and every employee manually. So what I do, I will go to employee details and I can create a sample Excel. In the sample Excel, I can fill out all data at a time and I can upload. That's it. So entire data can be registered and it can be listed in the particular list itself. As well as for demo, I have loaded only one employee, so which is a category. So like this, I can load number of employee list, and in the same way, as a person, I would like to see my employee list as well. So what I can do, I can export my details as in a CSV format or as Excel format or as PDF format. So this is the best option, like as we are including with AI. So Excel import export is the best option to individual their employee details. So this is what employee onboarding, and as an employee detail, each and every employee are going to see or view their particular employee details. So what's the option is like, see, I can see my own details as well as an employee login, and I can choose. Even I can choose the promotion details also. As an employee, I just joined as a trainee. So when I got promoted and what is the position I got, everything I can record in this employee onboarding. This got related to employee onboarding, and I'm handing over to Monica for leave management. Over to Monica.
Thank you so much, Nagapraveen. Myself, Monica Jogu. I am going to talk about leave management. Actually, the main motto of this leave management is the tracking the leave system in the for the employee. Here is the option of apply leave. So actually, employee can apply leave based on his needs by clicking on this apply leave. So for that, actually, employee will be having available leaves and pending leaves and approved leaves will be showing in the display. So based on that, he can apply the leave. So here is the leave type. So this leave type is like whatever the leave type available for the employee in the organization will be showing here. So by clicking on this will be a list of the leave types will be available. So for which date the employee needs to apply a leave, by selecting the from date to to date, he can apply a leave. By default, this leave type of employee of the reporting manager will be by default fetched here. So Katy Perry is the manager for this kitty. Once we apply the leave, then the mail will be triggered to the manager, and manager will be receiving an email for the employee. So here is the employee portal, the leave approval will be showing here. So once the manager receives the email saying that employee has applied the leave, the list of employees list will be showing here. Once the employee approves the leave here, the employee will be receiving an email. The manager has approved the mail. So this is all about leave management. And attendance. The attendance management is a crucial key role for the organization. So employees day-to-day attendance will be tracking in the attendance module. So this is the control attendance. See here. So here, this all list will be showing the login, logout, and the all working hours of the employee will be showing here. And if you want to upload a bulk uploading of employee list in the bulk way, so what we do is, so we'll be giving an option to the employee of importing option. So we are giving the sample file. Based on this sample file, we can choose a Excel sheet with the bulk employee records and upload an Excel sheet. We'll be showing the employee data over here. This is all about attendance. That's it. I'm handing over to Ajay.
Thank you, Monica. Hi all, this is Ajay. I'm going to cover shift management and user management as part of our staff application. So the main motive of the shift management to resolve particular business problems, our product team has brainstormed different problem statements, and they came up with a lot of solution to implement and then make use of the benefits of shift management system. Actually, different employees will be working on different geolocations with respect to the business needs. and customer support teams, they'll be working 24/7. And some of the employees, they require flexibility in their work hours. And to improve the productivity also, we need to make use of the workforce throughout the clock. Again, freelancers, contractors, consultants, these are the people, they will be opting for the very flexible timings. And to manage current pandemic situations also, employees are requesting for the work from home options. To target all these problems, ONPASSIVE has come up with a very robust solution in shift management system. Just I will walk you through about the shift management system and shift assign. This shift assign feature will be there for the manager role. In a host of application, if at all you log in with a manager role, what are the projects are assigned to particular project manager will be shown over here. If you see in the first row, the projects are Walmart, Costco, and King's Coopers. So with respect to each product, who are all the employees are allocated in the project, you will be able to see. Costco, these are the employees are allocated. If you keep King's Coopers, these are the employees are allocated. So by default, for every project, every employee, the default general shift will be allocated. If at all manager wants to change from general shift to any other shifts, night shifts or morning shift or any graveyard shift, they can change it. And just to show a demo, if at all I want to change two employees, first two employees to night shift. So I need to deselect from the general shift and then go to night shift and then enable them in night shift. One person in night shift I enabled and one person in morning shift I enabled. If I save it, so those employees will be grayed out in general shift. They are no more in general shift. So night shift, one person will be enabled, the second employee, and the morning shift, first employee has been given as morning shift. And this is what the manager can do. And manager has another option of exporting all his project employee people into an Excel, as a CSV format or Excel format or PDF format for his easy reference and the future planning perspective. It's a one-stop data will be available for him. And once this shift assignment has been done by the manager, employee has a provision to request for change in the shift. If employee has any kind of problem or issue or personal requirement, for a particular shift has been already assigned by manager, he will request for change in the shift. If you see the employee 2 to 6 over here, the current shift is morning shift. If I want to change it to a night shift or afternoon shift, I can make a request over here. And what is the duration of the request? I can choose from date, I can choose to date, and what is the reason for changing the shift? I can make send the reason and then save it. Once I save it, this request will be going to the manager for him to approve, reject with the appropriate reason. And employee will be able to see after the manager action, so whether it is approved or not, and what is the reason if it is rejected. If it is approved, that will be effective in the system. Coming to user management. So user management very much required for any kind of an organization to restrict the privileges based on the particular roles. Employee will have set of privileges. As a HR, they will be having particular privileges. As a finance team, they will be having particular privileges. As a manager, I will be having separate privileges. So for the effective and efficient management and then day-to-day operations easiness, we have to restrict all the features of a particular role. Here, if you can see employee, manager, and different roles are there. I can create a role as an admin. I can create a role. If you see the number of roles out here: admin, manager, HR, finance, and employee. These are this is the master data created by HR system while configuring the system. So if I can give a particular privileges to each and every role. So if you see HR operations, in this shift is there, timing schedule is there, project is there, holiday list is there. So all these features I can give the particular privilege, either create or update or delete. These are the privileges I can control as an admin. Okay. And again, after giving the privileges, I have an option to edit these privileges. Here I can edit, change the privileges. Otherwise, I can particular role I'll be able to deactivate as well. I can say after changing these privileges, I can save it. That will be effective in the system. Again, I can deactivate a particular role as well. It is the option I can deactivate a role where that role no more will be valid in the system once it deactivation is done. So this is about user management. Thank you. I leave out to Paramita.
Hi, thanks, Ajay, and hi, everyone. This is Paramita, and I'll be talking about payroll management process. It is a very important function in any organization and involves tight collaboration between HR and finance departments. In a nutshell, it refers to the process of administration of an organization's employees' financial records. This would include details of the employees' salaries, incentives, bonuses, deductions, and net pay. An employer must maintain and keep the records as dictated by the law. Old-staff payroll management makes this complex work of payment to employees very simple, and it is very easy to operate and maintain accuracy, as well as maintain the compliances with the law and regulation of the country the organization is. So simply put, it involves how many days an employee needs to be paid. That can be calculated, what would be the earnings and what would be the deductions that can be defined. It allows the organization to calculate standard salary of any employee by adding earning and deduction components and generate pay slips. So first, the salary components, you see the earnings. We can add any other components by clicking on the add button. And we can define, we can name that earning type and the name, what it would appear in the payslip too. And also define what kind of percentage or would be like a flat amount. Everything can be defined here and we can say. So here you see some of the components that is already defined. And we have the, if you click on the three button and three dots there, we can edit that, or we can mark it as inactive. Edit, we can go and edit whatever we want to do. We want to change again, we can do that here. So we can make it a flat amount, we can put any amount we would like to, or a percentage of the gross salary, we can put a percentage and update the information. So the next is the pay schedule. Here, we would like to define the number of days the employee is working in the week. Say it is 5 days, and then accordingly the organization working days, or we can also click on the organization working days and choose the number of days the employee needs to be paid. And the last working day of every month is the default pay day. However, we have an option to choose the date of we would like to make the payment. So we just choose the day, and accordingly the payment will be scheduled and the salary will be paid to the employee. And you can save it and it all gets saved. The employee, okay, the payroll is just gives the details about the bank information. The employee needs the salary to be credited. We can import all the details when we click on the import file, import tab, and choose the file that we need to choose. And upload. We can create a new details for a new joinee and give the bank name, the branch name, all the details, account number, and save it so that the new employee gets paid. Payroll gives the bank details. Payslip generates the payment that will be that was paid to the employee. So when you click on the generate payslip, you can see the payslip in the system with all the earnings and deductions. you have an option to download the payslip too. You just have to click on the download button. Yes. The email template is actually, you can send any kind of emails to the employee. You just have to type whatever you have want to do here. If you want to send a welcome email, you can do that. If it's an employee invitation for anything you want, you can. If you want to send a notification, yes. If you want to send the payslip notification, you just click on it. You just give the email as well as the subject line and type whatever you have, any template, and you can save it for future use. And payslip application, payslip activation, it is for the new employees who have joined. You just have to click on that, and the new employee, the onboarded employee, gets the payslip. And that's all about payroll management. I'll be handing it over to Premji too.
Thank you, Paramita. Hi all, this is Premji. I'll be walking you through the appraisal management module. Appraisal process by itself is exciting both for the employee and the employer. Why? Because for the employer, it impacts the bottom line because high performing employees now make the company efficient. So to track that, the company or the employer requires an appraisal management system. And for the employee, it's exciting because they can perform better and their performance are monitored and they have metrics. So the company can appraise the employees based on the performance. So it is a win-win for both parties. That is why appraisal management process by itself is exciting. To have it, what we have done in OStaff is we have designed OStaff, the appraisal management system, exceeding the industry standards or the best practices. So if you see, first, we have the option of creating goals. This is where it starts, where you create goals, you set the KPIs and the weightages for each KPI. And you can also differentiate between hard skills and soft skills. And once you save it, you have the option of assigning these goals or the KPIs to employers, to employees individually or as a group. So this is where you add the parameters. Say if it is going to be hard skills, you can add, say, if it is an upskill, so it could be a training on Java, Angular, or a Mongo. If it's going to be soft skills, it could be some personality skills, and you can add the weightages for each parameters and update. Once you do the goal creation, once you do the goal creations, you can go and start assigning, setting and creating the goals.
If you could hear me, I want to say something.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Premji, thank you for showing up today. I just want to tell everybody he just had a surgery and we're glad to have you back. Just a sign of how determined our team is. Also, Nilanjan, who literally had an accident just last month, and he was a part of the production and engineering of OStaff right from the beginning. I just want to thank everybody there. Here is an alert, okay? If you thinking this is taking a while, it's a good thing because there's so many features. It's a big value in one place. So don't get tired of a lot of value. Don't get tired of a lot of goodies in one place. That's a good thing. As you see, up until now, if you've been collecting data in an HR management system, and for 30 years, 20 years in one place, and today you want to transition everything to OStaff, it's not going to take you a couple of hours. You move everything, import, click, 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 features, set, and forget. One time the work, forever the value. That's how we do it. So don't get tired of how much value you have in one place. If it was a different application, we could have been done a long time ago. Why? This is taking a while because there's so many things. It's complete payroll. You could manage multiple projects or multiple businesses in one place, in one application, multiple departments, each business, multiple shifts, multiple different structures, anything, unlimited. This is a game changer. If you're thinking we don't know how to get this done or set up, listen, if you know how to open a computer, you'll be able to do that. You're not gonna have to code anything. You don't code, you don't type. I can do it. I'm not techie. For those who are bashing, okay, they think, okay, you have to have an IT degree. No, you can do this. Anyone, if you have a business, this is an answer to your prayers. Why? It's going to cut a lot of cut so much cost, so much time, confusion, and it's fun. Everything in one place. Your payroll, different shifts, everything in one place. I cannot tell you how overwhelmingly we're touched by this. So we're proud of you one more time, our team in the delivery group. I cannot wait to show you how much cost we're saving in our company because we're managing different countries through OStaff, different departments, payroll is included. I'm just gonna have Venkatili or Venkatash, anyone has access to the laptop in the delivery room, our managers, just to show us one click. If you can go back to the screen, one click that will blow your mind. This would be a game changer in OStaff. One click, I'm gonna show you how massive is this. You think it's big? We're gonna go to the back office. Okay. You see OStaff logo there?
Yeah.
Everybody, close
Yeah.
look at the screen. Yeah. There's a few dots right next to it. To the right. You see them? All right, just click there and have it sit. Ooh. Voila!
Wow.
Now, hire, connect, mail, peer, chat, post, counting, wallet, okay, dit, capture, and more to come. One stop. So, recruitment, talking about employment, you're not gonna have to get another platform and pay for advertisement and get leads and follow up with them. You got hire, one place, okay? Connect, we know what's Connect, okay? You can have unlimited number of employees, any location, anywhere in the world, in one place, talk to everybody, any time of the day. Mail, obviously, this is a great communicator. And it's just getting out there and we're able to use that. We're so proud of OMail. OPeer, that's an internal corporate communication system. Team to team or, management to team and vice versa. So OChat, we know what OChat is. Perhaps if it's integrated in OHire, OConnect, or any platform, you would be able to connect with those leads through OHire. OHire is an employment platform. Have I shared that with you yet? Okay. So OPost, that's for the bulk mail. All right. You can, like you just saw, we were setting up the notifications. Okay. When they get the payroll, everybody, let's say you have an organization of 1,000 employees. One click, one time, you set up that notification. Everybody gets that in their phone. Email, you just got paid. This is a slip of the payroll. It's incredible. Counting. We just saw that. Any pay structure, weekly, monthly, daily, hourly, whatever the pay structure, any corner of this globe, click, 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 click. You're not going to have to code. You don't even type. And did you see how we can import from our financial department, import the whole entire payroll and fire it out, deploy it, one click. Wallet, we know what's wallet. And we can go on and on and on and on. This is a game changer. If you agree with me, yeah! That's all I wanted to see today. That's all I wanted to see, and I want to show you this little piece of art. So thank you, Hyderabad team. We want to go on and on and on. Attendance, shift management, user management, all of it. But I want to hear some more of you. Right next to me, Susie McRae worked in the HR industry. Like, you can tell us about yourself so everybody can see that, even on YouTube and everywhere.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, you're doing great, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going live again. So quickly, lead management, okay, goal setting. That's another new, fresh feature.
Okay, hi guys. I'm continuing the appraisal management. So goal assignment. So we saw how the goals are set in the goal settings. So this is where you assign the goals to either single employees or an entire team, right? So the goals you have set, you can select the goal. You can select the goal name. You can select the employee ID if it is a single employee. So it is auto-populated. So the employee details are already in your system. So it gets auto-populated. So you can select the period of your appraisal. It's going to be monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. And the review period. So your appraisal consists of the self-appraisal of the employee and also the reporting manager or review manager. So you can set those time periods and the managers and the resources accordingly and assign the right dates, and you can save this. So this is how you assign the goals and the KPIs which you have set to individual employees or to teams. So now when you review, this is how it looks like. So this is a listing of completed items. So for example, if you want to evaluate on a particular employee, so this is how you can see the details of the employee. You can see the individual evaluation status. You can see the ratings. So you can see the employee ratings, manager ratings, HR rating. And based on the performance, it is rated from 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, that is poor, and 5 being the excellent or outstanding. So this is how the evaluation works. So as I said, it is in line with the best practices by setting the goals, making the employees aware of the goals so that the employees are motivated to achieve and perform, so that ultimately the employee and the employer gets benefited by the productivity of each employee. So this is about appraisal management and how you manage this. Over to Amar. Thank you.
Thank you, Premji. Hi, this is Amar. I would like to explain about the exit management now. So exit management or an employee offboarding is a process to manage the full and final settlement of an employee when they exit from an organization, which means that when an employee resigns or retires or being terminated from a work, the required paperwork and the formalities with an employee's exit need to go through the systematic process. So for that, our staff exit management give a simple and easy access of an employee for an exit procedure by making all the process online and making the sign up from the different departments in a short and simple way. So it allows the exit user to complete the process without knocking the door of all the department in Auckland and complete the process. So this will have a walkthrough on this, the exit management. So when an employee triggers the resignation, the default we have a fields of the employee and the respective manager and his designation. So when we have an option called the resignation submission date and the consider leaving date. Apart from that, we have an option called a reason. So where you can, where you can enter the reason of there could be any reasons like a growth prospects or a personal problem or whatever, and we have an option called a notice period, and where you can select the number of days. Based on this, that date will be displayed. So adding to it, we have a description, like we have an in detail reason. We can add in a field called a description. So once he fills these details, so he can submit it. So once the resource submits this form, the notification will goes to the respective employee who is the PAT. So where you get a notification of so where you get a notification like this is the process, it goes with the submitted, and once he submitted, it will be in consideration. So in consideration, it will go to the manager. He'll have a review of it. Once he is okay with it, so then he'll enable an option to fill few details like a questions on. So what are the reasons could be the resignation? And apart from that, also there are a few questions, and we have an option called the customized questions option as well. So once all is done, then it will come to the resignation and the particular resource where he has to fill the details and he has to submit it. So in that also adding to those features, we have an option called there is something called when you have when the assets is tagged to you. So those details also has to be tagged. I mean we have to submit. That will be depends on the project. So what the assets they give. So once it is done, so manager will review it. So if he is okay with it and he is good to go for the resignation, he can process for the complete status. So this is one part of the completed, but there is another part in between the process. A resource can revoke his resignation if he wants to, if he changes in a mind or what are the reasons he have. So with the reason he can submit. So this is one. So once the resignation was done, and he serves the final notice period, the last day of the notice period. So he'll resign with the, if you want to revoke it. But on the other side, if he completes the process and if he serves the complete notice period, on the last day of his the working day, at the end of the day, maybe the day ends, the resource, its details will be completely deactivated. So this is the process of the exist management. And apart from that, we have a feature called reports. So majorly, it benefits for the reports completely. For example, we have an onboarding or attendance, and a few other.
Chris Johnson, this is one of my favorite parts. Okay, this is all the reports at your fingertips, one place. Do you see the colors? Do you see the theme, the flawlessness? You see all of that? We thought about every dot. Every dot. You're not going to type, you're not going to code, you're not going to reinvent, you're not going to engineer. It's there. You just play with it. It's a toy. Keep going. Somebody tie me up. Yeah.
We got the rope.
Yeah. Based on the parameters, the AI parameters, and based on the inputs, and we generate reports. So example, we have a designation in the search and based on the branch name in the department name, so which it goes to the employee onboarding to the particular dates who are onboarded to the respective company, so we can get all the details. I mean, we can generate the report. So likewise, we have other reports as well. Yeah. So this could be downloaded in few of the formats, these are the options where you can download based on the input selection. So when we have an attendance where you can book the login, logout, and complete details of the resource. So when he's trying, the logs in or the punch outs, everything. Even it has the certain parameters like AI parameters where you can on the selection we are displaying the reports. And we have an option of payroll as well. So in the payroll also, respect to the resource, what is the salary in this department, what is the designation he belongs to. So all the list based on the input, the HRs can get the complete report of it. And based on the slabs as well, we can get the details also. It's like an easy process when you go with this. We have an every filter at every section actually in detail. So which it will be easy. And we have slabs as well for the tag, the salary. Likewise, we have a report, so it depends on the organization levels and we enable the reports and yeah.
Yeah, I think thank you for the whole team, Hyderabad team. On behalf of the team, I just wanted to reiterate, this is a single window for perhaps we have given the like a demonstration with by pointing to the organization as a software company, but it is independent we can customize to any extent to any which maps to any organization. Could be some organization with respect to supply chain system, some organization with respect to any government organization or any institution. We can customize it right from the inception phase of setting up the organization with respect to the HRMS solution. And you can probably
are you saying this is under work coming? When do we expect this? Or this is already done, the reporting aspect?
Yeah, this has already been done, and still we know if there is anything is required with respect to any organization, any customization is required, we can do that.
So often we see people are buried by their business responsibilities and all the limitations we are used to. This is where you are in control of your finances. You're in control of your business, not the other way around. All right. What a good way to be able just to sit back and watch your business at a very simplistic way. So I'm excited. This is incredible. Would you like to go to, let's say, a manager or employee panel so we could hear? I'm not sure about you, but I am eager to hear more about this, more from Debbie and every other founder and leadership council member on the panel. So let's, okay, so which one is this?
Yeah, we are going with that.
Okay.
Now we are.
So far, we have demonstrated as an admin, Cummins as an admin. Now we are going with a manager role.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Manager. Right. Yeah, on your right hand side, you can have a look which role we are having. Because in this login, you can see a manager, John, as a manager.
If you don't, if we just look at the dashboard, I'm mesmerized. Like I'm just in awe. I love it. What a piece of art. Thank you to our design team too. Give it up.
Beautiful.
Yeah. As a manager, you will be able to see the dashboards and have the attendance of the team. So what time the team has punched in, punched out, and also as a manager, I need to punch I'll be an employee also, so I can punch in my time. So where you can capture the attendance details. So you have the option to punch in. So that's where your time starts, and punch out is the time you way out moving of the working hours. So here on the right hand side, you can see the details where you are on time or late by percentage. And if you want, you have an option to pause the attendance and calculate the number of working hours. For examples, in various countries, you have got number of payment is made on the number of working hours. So you have the provision to calculate those also here.
I just remember it's 2022. Time to update your businesses, business owners. Yes. Did you see punch in, punch out? It's a click. It's not a link. Debbie, are you seeing the millisecond, the accuracy?
I sure am, Ash.
I'm having fun. I'm loving it. Way to go, team. All right. So proud of you.
Yeah. So what are the masters which we explained in features? You can see right hand side the holidays list that has been. You can visually see the holidays list of the year of 22 in India. So we can configure and we can showcase it across to the individual companies.
I mean, everything can be configured right from the beginning of the, what are the standards that any organization wanted, and based on the, maybe, organization might be doing different kinds of businesses, but it is independent of the system. Any organization can avail this particular one, and they can start configuring the details right from the, setting up the complete HRMS, system. And after that, they can upload the existing employee details as a, as a CSV format or, or a Excel sheet format. And so that all the details will be at a time you can upload into the system. So after that, whatever the policies that you wanted to configure or create, you can configure those particular ones. Similarly, with respect to the payroll and whatever the components that you wanted to add it as part of the payroll, you can configure those particular components. And what are the percentage of like percentage needs to be mentioned as part of the each component, and whether it is part of the net or whether it is part of the grass, or is it he or she is a consultant or a freelancer, maybe temporary employee, all those, it based, you can configure right from the, inception phase of the HRMS solution. So from there, you can, control everything. And nevertheless, dynamic, like, you can configure the components like biometric, and you can configure even you see total CCTV system, and those are upcoming, and definitely we configure all those things and which are already been there. And like whatever the format, like we can do it. And if still there are any open items which are required, probably organization to organization, we need to customize it, and we are most welcome. And we are our team is there, we are capable enough, and we are ready to accept any kind of changes which are required within a less time, and those things will be available with respect to any customer going forward. Thank you.
Yeah. To add on the dashboard, you can see as a manager, you can have the team members attendance list and everything. You can have the view here. Can you just scroll up? Yeah, as a team. Yeah. So the team.
I just want to say we are being pressured by our leadership council and all leaders across the globe. They want to talk. And previously we said we're going to say 60 seconds each. Now they're saying it's not realistic. So we're not being realistic about our expectations. We thought we're going to take 45 minutes, 1 hour to show that, but it's huge. Now, here's the thing. The admin panel is what you see, where you see everything, the entire organization or even multiple businesses. The manager, they see their provision or the department. All right. So that's a whole different control panel. It's a different platform. And the employee would obviously have different set of permissions and settings. We can go on and on and on, but let's hear from our team. Yeah. And I think our delivery room have something to eat there. I'm assuming it's already morning in India. So we're going to allow them to do their thing so we can move on and hear more while it's just a lot of navigation. So it's a good thing. Business owners is here. Okay. If you have something to manage, your life is about to get better, much easier. This is how we do business in 2022 and beyond. All right. All right. Then anything you have, it's for free to try it. And we're happy to serve. We are going to open it for at least 500 selected founders today and leaders. As of next week, we're just going to open it to everybody. So we know as of today, we have 1.2 million users before we go launch, and for free. Nobody's getting charged. All right. So can it get any better? No.